Calling all warriors! Back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Warriors Unite. Hope you guys like that new introduction. I got to add a little more to it. We're going to keep our battle on at the end. We're going to start having a different one in the beginning. All right, my friends. Good afternoon. This is Memorial Day. I wanted to do one before I had a chance to kind of finish up the day. First, I want to pray and also thank all the soldiers, males and females over the years who have given their life for our country, and unbelievable courage, unbelievable grit and dedication a lot of these people have had. And I just want to have us don't forget about all the great people who the reason we're here is because of that. And so all the great warriors who have given their lives, all the great people who've given their lives, men, women, all those people, say a prayer for them, my friends, because we're lucky we're here at this point because of a lot of them, and over the years of all the wars we've had, all the nonsense that's gone on with that. People have fought those battles regardless of what the politics was and all of that. And so, happy Memorial Day, guys, and please remember those people who have fought for us. All right, so we're gonna have a great topic today, but let's go ahead and go through a couple of quick shout outs here. World Star, thank you. Antonio, Alex McCunn, thank you. Matt, great comments. I appreciate you as always. TKO, keep trying, my friend. Ollie V, Joe Conan, thank you. Heroo, thank you. Heroo Tomani, thank you. Flex Williams, 250 days. Congratulations. Keep going, my friend. Level Earth, Hanifa, thank you. Keep active. Interpreet Singh, thank you. Only Truths, Sacred Energy. We're going to talk about that at some point. Rise, RYS, The Guy, and Kenshiro. Kenshiro. Thank you, my friends, for your comments. And at the 2-minute mark, let's talk about our topic here. Our topic is going to deal with women, because I get a lot of people asking me about this and why the attraction is, and we're going to talk about this in terms of that from a nice comment from, and I may get this wrong, so please forgive me if I did. Nasimaj Intel had a great comment here, and we're going to talk about this. The comment is, women will respect you and do things for you when you're on semen retention, and that's very, very true. So great comment, but why is this true? So because a lot of people have asked me about this and my viewpoint on this, I'm going to go to a number of things that I have taught over the years in the field of communication. A lot of great things on YouTube right now with alpha male, all kinds of stuff talking about different things of what happens. But let's kind of bring it together a little bit and kind of talk about this whole idea, and whether you believe totally into a semen retention or not. There are a lot of things that are what I call contradictions. It's called a law of contradiction in the world. And what ends up happening is that we believe in this matrix, and I go back to this Matrix movie again, and we believe in the matrix, but the matrix is a contradiction, because the matrix is not, most of the time, not always right. There are some occasions the matrix is correct, but a lot of times what the world is showing us, it's really the opposite. And it's a projection of that that's the problem. So let's take a couple of examples of that when it deals with women and men. And people are kind of like this all the time. In many ways, we're all kind of children. And so when we see things that we want, right, we see a shiny object. And so I'll put this in terms of semen retention. You are that shiny object. You have that energy and aura, right? It's almost like a Lamborghini as a car, or a house, or diamonds. If you're a woman who likes diamonds, those things are not easily accessible. Because warriors are not accessible, they become high value. When there's less of something, they're more valuable, and they become a greater catch for people to get. And so if you think about this in terms of how we interact, and I'm talking about men now, but this also applies to women. If women are, wanting that man to give them attention and pay attention to them, it all kind of applies the same way. But I'm going to focus on the men for a second here, because men are the ones who struggle with this the most. Because of semen retention and releasing all the time, What happens is that you're focusing so much on women, you're focusing so much on this particular girl, whatever image you have in your mind, that you're really hurting yourself in many ways. And what ends up happening is that as you're chasing this girl, and we're taught from day one, back to this Beauty and the Beast and Disney type of nonsense that we see, where we are the prince and we chase the princess, right? Well, that's only good for so far. Because what ends up happening is that as you are chasing this person, as you get them closer and closer and you're paying more attention and more attention, as you're chasing that person, that female is running away more. So the more you chase, the more she runs. Why is that? Well, we are taught in our society, and this is especially from women, because I've had 2 daughters that were brought up in this way as well, as most women are, and most men are. It's you always want something you can't get. You're brought up in a society as children saying you're going to get the best of everything. You want the highest quality man. You want the highest quality woman. You want that, right? But just like the Lamborghini, or just like the Jaguar, or the Porsche, it's not easy to get. And in fact, you're going to try, but it's always out of reach. And so you're always reaching for something to get that. And therefore, you're a person who then is striving to spend all your time reaching for something. If you have something, you take it for granted. You're not really appreciative of things. A lot of times things are free. And that includes free education. That includes free this and free that. You're not putting value on it. The same thing when it comes to free, we think it's free intercourse, free sex. That's not always, it's not free. In fact, there's a lot of consequences to it. But we think it's free because we're not paying any cost at the moment if we're not, paying any cost for it, right? But the bottom line is it always costs something, but we don't value it, and we go from one person to another and all that kind of stuff, as you guys know what people do, because of the idea is that you're not valuing this relationship with the person. This is why in the years past, women who want to attract men put on the glamorous type of picture, and they play kind of a hard to get type of role. Because the harder it is, the more the men come after them. And they appreciate it more when they do actually get the female, because they had to work for it. When we don't have to work for something, we don't value it as much. It's just kind of human nature. Now, how does it affect what we're talking about here? Well, the idea is that semen retention is something that makes you a shiny object. The aura around you, the energy you have is unbelievable. The power you have is incredible. You can move mountains, and you know you can do that. People who've been talking about this, messages back to me, is telling me it's phenomenal. And the women are going to be attracted to you to no end because they sense that energy. Now, part of what the issue is as you're doing retention, you're also learning a number of other skills. First of all, retention is only a start. You're learning to self-control. You're learning how to discipline yourself. You're learning how to set goals. You're learning how to do your own thing. That is the greatest thing you could ever do. Do your own thing. Now, it goes against, it's like an oxymoron. It goes totally against what we've been brought up. Well, if you're nice to a woman, if you do this, if you do that, all of a sudden, women will love you, right? If you're always kind, if you give them flowers, all that kind of stuff. Well, what ends up happening with that, guys, is that if you're at that point and you become desperate, that woman will want you less and less and less. You have to be someone who's got yourself together first, and women will chase you all over the place. If you're a man who's on purpose. Now, it goes back to the whole idea of bad boys that we saw in high school and different places you guys have seen over the years. That bad boy attracted all the women, just like the athletes do, because they have things going on. You don't necessarily be mean, even though it may look like it, but the fact that you're busy, you're preoccupied, you're trying to take care of yourself and others around you, makes you highly attractive. So when you look at bad boys, you look at athletes, you look at powerful people, the reason why women flock to these people is because they all have the same common goal. They're not thinking about women. They're thinking about themselves, bettering themselves, and they're thinking about other people around them to help them. And when they do that, all of a sudden you become the prize. And this is why it's important to realize that self-development, be able to have goals, do things with yourself, is the key to everything. Because once you do that, you activate things around you with God and God's purpose to move you in a direction, and all of a sudden you get things done, and all these opportunities come to you, especially when it comes to women. Now again, remember, I say all this, but I also say you have to control this. You cannot be just kind of playing around once you know this idea, this contradiction idea. You know that it's important to have a relationship with somebody, but you need to keep on your goals. Focus on the purpose God has for you and work in that direction. And it doesn't matter what you look like. I know people have talked to me about, well, I don't look that great. You look better and better every time you're on retention. And the more you focus on things, the more you become attractive, in my opinion. Because now you're not focusing on chasing women, you're focusing on goals. So, as I said, the more you try, the less interested the woman becomes. The less you try, the more you focus on yourself, they'll come chasing you. And I've seen it happen again this weekend over and over again. Even though I'm a married guy, 30 years, it doesn't matter. Because women have this idea in their mind that they grew up with. They want to get the best choice they can. They're looking for the best male. They don't care if they're married or anything like that. Because their brains have told them, I need the best. And the best is associated with someone that's not easy to get. And these guys, I call them simps, if they go after women and they become simps to do everything they want, all of a sudden they don't want those people. My uncle taught me that a long time ago, warriors, that women will want you to go after them, and then when they get you, they don't want you anymore. This is a common thing that's happened throughout the history of mankind. And it goes back to this human nature thing. That your value is a person who's on their own, doing their own thing. That's your value. Now, you may say, well, Vigor Warrior, I can't be mean to women and that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying to be that way. I'm saying to be an alpha person, to be able to be someone who's going to be moving things ahead. And I know sometimes we don't use alpha and everything, but what I mean is a person who's got goals set, doing things, right? Making you alpha, whatever, doesn't mean you're going to do it. But the bottom line is you have a goal set, you're going to do things, and you're going to focus on things that are going to make you better and better. You're not focusing your energy and time on women. You're going to focus your time on other goals because those are more important. And that's the reason why they're more important, because of the things we're talking about. So when you're a warrior, be a warrior forever. And that warrior is going to attract people. Now, once again, as we said, pick the right person to be with, pick the right people to be around, the warriors, women or men, and get those people that kind of help with you achieving goals. You can spend time, obviously. I have another note here. Spend time, but don't too much time. This is the old, once again, the contradiction we're talking about. Women become attracted to you because you focus your energy on them, and they like the attention, the validation, like we all do, right? But too much of it, all of a sudden you be placed in a different category in their minds. You have to be someone who's independent, working on your goals, striving to become the best warrior you can become. And when you do that, you're going to flock of people coming after you. Once again, it's flattering to me, but I have no time or interest in doing that kind of stuff. What I'm focusing on is trying to go through God's purpose the best that I can and achieve what we can. All those other things are flattering. They're nice. It's a big change from the way I used to be many years ago. But it's just what it is. It's a flattering type of thing. Now, some of you who are looking for relationships, again, that's important. But again, you're trying to keep your seed within you because you radiate that aura. You become like that Lamborghini because it's so rare to find that type of person. Women will flock to it. Again, if you change course all of a sudden and you become that person willing to do anything for them, that's going to turn them off. But if you continue, because of your retention, to focus on yourself, setting goals, doing those things that become making you stronger, better each day. No matter what you're doing, exercising, hobbies, whatever it might be, you're going to become stronger and become a lot more attractive, and that's going to give you opportunities in the romantic world, give you opportunities in the business world, and so on. You'll just continue getting better and better each day. Let me see if I had any more notes on this. Oh, yes. One more note was interesting that I wanted to kind of talk about. You want to make the way you're focusing on retention, you become a dangerous person. And the reason I say that, not dangerous in the sense of, going to hurt people and things like that. I mean dangerous in the sense that you're unpredictable because you're focusing on yourself. You're making harder for women to get you to understand you. And that drives them crazy because they want to understand you. They're going to try to focus on you. And if you're not focusing on them, they're going to say, well, what's wrong here? And all of a sudden, they're going to start focusing on you more. And so the less you chase them, the more they're going to chase you. But just like anything else, something that looks beautiful, who looks radiant, like us with aura, or a beautiful woman, can be dangerous. Look at anything, flowers, animals, beautiful, but also could be dangerous. And that's kind of how we are warriors. We irradiate this energy. It's very highly attractive because it's so rare, 1% of us, but also because it's dangerous. It's risk-taking. So a lot of times women will take their time and try to figure you out. It's a long-term process, but the idea is you can become very attractive to them. But the idea that we're talking about, guys, and there's a great irony here, is the fact that we would think that the more you try on something with a woman, the better off you are. Actually, it's the opposite. Psychology-wise, the more you try, the more you become a forced habit. You look desperate. You look like somebody who basically doesn't care about themselves. You're willing to give your life for your woman, those type of things. Well, that's going to drive that person away because no one wants that. The idea is focus on yourself, focus on your goals. You will attract people to you, and then you can pick the person you want to be that person around you. Also, once you get that person, once you're in a relationship with that person, again, use the same strategy as you always do. Never stop achieving goals. Now, you may get caught up in that person's life, whether it's your wife or girlfriend, whatever it might be, and that person may try to direct you subconsciously, consciously away from your goals. Don't do that. The reason you're attractive is because of your goals. Keep focusing on the goals no matter what happens, no matter who you're in a relationship with. Keep focusing on the goals and get it better as you can. Take care of yourself, take care of people around you, and that's going to make success. All right, I know this was a little long, but I wanted to kind of focus on it because I saw a lot of interesting ideas here. And again, to Nasimaj Intel, thank you so much, my friend, for this topic. And we'll do another one tomorrow. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day, Memorial Day. And once again, remember our troops and people who have fought for us and died for us over the years. Those are true warriors that we've had, men and women who have died for the service to the country. So God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your day. And remember two things as always. First, every day is a great day to a great warrior. I always say this wrong. Every day is a new day to a great warrior. And second, my friends, don't forget, in this ongoing situation we're with, every day you got to fight and you got to continue to battle